What will be the fate of Peng Shuai, the tennis star sexually assaulted by the vice premier of China, after the Winter Olympics? On November 3, 2021, Peng Shuai posted a shockingly lengthy message on her personal Weibo account, accusing Zhang Gaoli, a former Chinese vice premier and a former member of the Politburo Standing Committee, 7 top leaders in China, of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, of forcing a sexual relationship with her several years ago and abandoning her afterward. Although the posts stayed for 20 minutes before being removed, they went viral because they involved the top leadership of the CCP being accused under a real name. Not only has the CCP shut down Peng Shuai's Weibo comment section, Super Talk, and Tennis Super Talk, her Weibo content has not been updated since January 7, 2020. Peng Shuai was also not heard from in the next 3 weeks. At a time when many countries around the world boycotted the Beijing Winter Olympics for human rights and genocide in Xinjiang, as the international media continued to ferment coverage of Peng Shuai's disappearance, the CCP's foreign ministry and mainstream media continued to lie to cover up the scandal to enhance the international public image. IOC President Bach had a video call with Peng Shuai on November 21, when Peng Shuai said he was safe. On December 2, the International Women's Tennis Association suspended its tournaments in China. Peng Shuai, interviewed in Shanghai by Singapore's Lianhe Xiaobao, denied that she had accused others of sexual assault and said that she was very free. Mr. Guo Wengui, one of the founders of the new federal state of China, pointed out that Peng Shuai made these reactions under the circumstances of persecution, and everything the CCP did was only for the convening of the Winter Olympics. After the opening of the Winter Olympics, Peng was again pushed out by the CCP to cover up for the peace because of the flooding media coverage of the CCP's human rights issues, athletes' dissatisfaction with the Winter Olympics, epidemic control and quarantine, control of athletes' personal information, hotel accommodation and food. Nevertheless, on February 5, Peng, Bach, and Coventry, the former chairman of the Athletes Committee, privately met in Beijing and had dinner together at the Olympic Club in Beijing. On February 7, during an inclusive interview with French sports newspaper L'Equipe, consented by the Chinese Olympic Committee and accompanied by official Wang Can, Peng Shuai again denied the accusation of being sexually assaulted. This post has led to a huge misunderstanding from the outside world. I hope its content will not be misinterpreted again, and I hope there will be no more speculation about it. We are just wondering why Peng Shuai had to be accompanied by a government official during a personal interview. Is she free? Peng Shuai, a tennis star and celebrity, was sexually assaulted by Zhang Gaoli, and there is no official investigation yet. The CCP, in collusion with the IOC and certain media, has continued to downplay the impact of the incident. So how does a high-profile criminal charge, without being investigated for 4 months, prove the laws in China? Without the rule of law, a similar incident involving any Chinese woman would not attract any attention in China. However, a chained abducted woman in Jiangsu who was used as a sex slave and gave birth to 8 children has caused an uproar. Unfortunately, there has been no satisfactory official response from the Chinese government. This woman has been illegally detained for 24 years, through 3 presidents, Jiang Zemin, Hu Jintao, and Xi Jinping, and the case has never been investigated. Is this woman being treated as an independent human being? The CCP always claims that women hold up half the world. Why did such a cruel and unbearable tragedy happen in China? Ironically, Peng Liyuan, Xi Jinping's wife, as UNESCO's special envoy for girls and women's education, has not commented on either Peng Shuai or the chained woman incident. As a Chinese woman and an envoy, she is not ashamed? Or is it that under the CCP system, women's sexual assault incidents are not worth paying attention to at all? Mr. Guo predicted that after the end of the Winter Olympics, Peng Shuai would be disappeared by the CCP. Except for a few CCP kleptocrats and their illegitimate children, no one is safe in China. Peng Shuai's fate may befall every Chinese woman sooner or later. Only by overthrowing the CCP can we ultimately end and change the tragic fate of Chinese women. Please share the video and fight for truth and justice.